Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Markets After Dark, where we get mad on the charts Sunday through Thursday, Monday through Friday when it comes to the trading days. But it is Tuesday. It's mad. It's mad. That's all I know. All right. Welcome to Markets After Dark, where we get mad in the charts. Sunday through Thursday, 11 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, this is where we like to just have a lot of fun, look at charts, see what's going on in the markets after dark, and see if there's any moves happening at this late time. Welcome everybody. Let's see who's in the chat. Video capture. Hold on, I need to be able to see the actual chat. There we go. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Here we go. Oh, good evening, friends. Good evening, all set. Andy Lee, Alexandra G, Robert Mulligan, Retro Mike Tech. How are you all doing this evening? I think that's it for now. Oh, we've got Ahsoka. Oh, wait a minute. We've got Retro Mike Tech already gifting 5 Piper Academy memberships. Thank you, RMT. Let's go ahead and shout out the new members to the alumni. That is Ahsoka Tano. Love the name. Trey Spot, JB, Epilepsy Gaming. You might not should be gaming. Gary S. Thank you all for being here, and congratulations on your new Piper Academy membership. Check out the emotes down below. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. It is Monday night. Tuesday, started the Tuesday trading day, so you know what that means. That means it is TA Tuesday. I see you, Martin Horneck. Quant has been moving. We have HBAR moving. We have XRP just won't stop. I was looking at it just before I came on here, and man, it's like it's flagging again, and it looks like it's getting ready to pop again. It's kind of crazy. This dude has no love for me. Just all the people I work with. LOL. Love you, RMT. Come on, Piper. Shout out to armypiper in the chat. What's going on, my bud? Big hearts for armypiper. We appreciate armypiper and everything that he does for the team, but probably more importantly, the community. And, you know, just happy and honored and privileged to be a part of this team, this journey, and yeah, just thank you, Piper, for bringing me on. And yeah, I see big things going on for us coming up in the future. So y'all just check out. Are you wearing an Arizona Cardinals hat? STL, baby. STL all day. They sucked this year. They've sucked for a few years. Ever since we got rid of Matheny. They've kind of been the other shows are outside of my business working hours. Dude, thank you for going mad. Oh, yeah. You know, it's what we do. It's what I do. Just go a little crazy, go a little mad. But we like to get mad on them charts. So let's go ahead and bring up that Bitcoin chart. Let's see what Bitcoin is bringing to the people. Little bit of Chop City today. Let's go down to the lower term time frame. Let's go down to the 15-minute and see what we had to deal with today. This mess is what we had to deal with today. Last night I was live right here. Right here. I was live right here. I said I don't even remember what I said. I'm pretty sure I was like, it's not looking too good. However, this I don't know. This doesn't really look weak. It looks like a lot of manipulation. You get buyers and sellers both being trapped. It's just nasty. It's just nasty. Let's zoom back out real quick because I want to see a bigger picture. So, what is this 97 number here? What is this? Why is this here? I don't know why that was there. I feel like it should have been right here because this is like where this is kind of like a support and resistance area, I would say. Something like that. Maybe we get up to our candle closes, take in this whole little box here, make sure we've got this wick over here. We can see right there. We got these lows touching over here. I want to touch as many lows and as many highs as possible. And it looks like I got it. But something else that we can do is we can throw a fib on it and check our levels with the fibs. The Fibonacci. Look at that. Smack dab right on the 0.886. I think it came up just shy. Oh man, I don't know. Yep, just shy. Just shy. Almost got there. All right. Anyway, pull it back. Don't squirrel. Don't squirrel. LBC, don't squirrel. All right, so this kind of so yesterday I was looking at more of, this cup, and then I saw this cup, and I thought this cup was going to send us to that 100K. However, instead Bitcoin decided to break down just a little bit. Not really. I don't know if I'd say like broke down. I mean, we just came down. We swept these lows here. Get that magnet off. Swept these lows here. Right here. So obviously coming down to dip into some liquidity, and we can see we're just liquidity grabbing here for the whales. The question is, what are they grabbing for? Are they grabbing to push down lower, or are they grabbing to push down or push up higher? That's my question. That's what I want to know. Maybe a band-aid. You're in the wrong chat, bro. I still gotta get that figured out. For those that don't know, I stream to both Lunar Beaches Crypto and to the Piper Academy Network because Streamlabs forces me to do that. So now I just got you made me go look long and hard at the chart. I'm not even gonna touch that. It is markets after dark, if you know what I mean. I'm in both, says maybe Band-Aid. But yeah, I've got them both streaming, not purposefully. Streamlabs, yeah, that's weird. Double stream. Yeah, I don't know. I think, I mean, I don't know if I'd have to do it like midstream to go and like just go put it on private or go unlist it or something. Actually, can I do that like right here, right now? I know it's not what you should be doing when you're trying to run a live stream. But I just want to see if it'll work while I'm live. So why not? All right, so Piper Academy stream content, I'm not seeing tonight's stream, so that's weird. View all, nope, that's videos, shorts, live, view all. Currently, nothing. Visibility. Schedule. I don't understand. I can't even go to it, guys. I can't even go to it. Oh well, I'll figure it out another time. If I can remember after the stream, I'll figure it out after the stream. But anywho, so it kind of looks like It looks like we're trying to push down a little bit, but we're getting, we're being met with some buying. So that's what we really want to see. I really want to pull up the Velo charts tonight so I can take a look at, if it'll let me. So I could take a look at our open interest and see what that's looking like. Legendary aviation coffee. Get you some. Link in the description down below. Sorry, y'all. Got sidetracked. It's all good. Maybe a band-aid. Melissa, the real OG. Good evening, my beautiful friend. Melissa, one love in the house. How are you doing, Melissa? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining Markets After Dark. I know I fit your time slot now. Because you are a night owl just like me. Did I start a trend? Does anybody say GE? Because I just put that in the chat this evening because I was like, I'm always saying good evening every night because, you know, that's what it is. Is GE, has that ever been a thing? Or did we start that here tonight? There's only one way to find out. Can't believe RMT thought I was going to the Arizona card. God, dude, if I'm going to pick a team, if I'm going to pick an NFL team to root for, it's not going to be the Arizona Cardinals, okay? It would probably be like, I don't know, the Chiefs, so I could always be a winner because the refs love me. Oh, it's always the refs. No, just sometimes. All right, so, well, this is not looking terrible. All right, so we do have our open interest has been trending to the downside. So we're seeing a lot of leveraged positions being closed in the market, whether long or short. Big push up here, then a big drop. So on this move here, looks like probably a bunch of people went long and then they got liquidated, or they started closing their positions as the price started pulling away from them. Makes logical sense. Let's see what happened today. So yeah, our spot is kind of selling off a little bit. That's fine. Perp volume is kind of low. Yeah, I do like seeing that our open interest is kind of chilling out, kind of resetting. So that's good. That's exactly what I really wanted to see. Since we were up here at the highs, that was getting me kind of nervous. And we had the big drop. Interestingly, during this big drop, I mean, didn't really see a lot of the orders getting closed. Instead, it was when price started coming back up that we started seeing orders really starting to get closed out. And that is likely because people started buying and going long at the highs, and then it reversed on them. So when price came back up to them, they started letting go and exiting their trades, their longs, you know, either at break even or at a small loss. This was like a big loss for a lot of people, but as it pulled back up, you can see people just, you know, just really wanted to start closing trades. But then we put in a higher high, and then you can see the interest started to open back up, only to be rejected again. And it looks like the market's just really trying to shake out our leverage traders, at least on Bitcoin. And yeah, I would be very interested. So before I move on, Bitcoin is looking fairly solid. I haven't looked on the higher time frames yet, but as of now, before we go to the back to the trading view chart, Bitcoin is looking okay. I do want to see, before I get off of this chart, I do want to see XRP. We'll do Binance futures. And let's see what the open interest on that is looking like. I mean, it's elevated. It's not too bad. Not too shabby. Let's go to the 12-hour and see. But man, holy moly. Look at this spike in spot volume. That's a positive delta. Then you had a little bit of a sell-off here. And then you just have more spot bidding to the upside. My goodness. It's pretty good. A lot of spot with perps like falling off a cliff. So not a lot of people trading. At least not a lot of perp volume. It looks like this has been like mostly spot driven. Makes you wonder who's playing in these markets and why. XRP currently at 276 and counting. still moving. Still moving. All right, let's go back to the trading view chart. Why do I have two different? No wonder you're being so slow. I don't need two different trading views open. At the moment, anyway. Oop. Okay, so we do have Bitcoin coming back up to the golden pocket. We need to see if it can come up and start breaking these highs. Let's go ahead and pull up our oscillators. We do have our trend fusion pushing to the upside. It is green. Maybe getting a cool off here. I don't know. It might just be thickening up and getting ready for a big move. Our momentum filter oscillator is starting to push hard to the upside too. So, but it's actually more of a gradual curve, which I do prefer to see. It's a little healthier of a move when it's more gradual. So I do like seeing that. What else do we have going on here? Our money flow on the hourly did dip into the red, it's just barely in the red, trying to flip it back green. Let's go to a 4-hour and see if we're still in the money there. So we so we dipped out on the 4-hour. No, I was looking for a bullish divergence, but I don't see one. Not on the 4-hour chart. I did have one drawn up on the 2-hour, but that one didn't play out. I don't see. But no bearish divergences either. So that's good too. And it just kind of looks like we're just getting a little bit of a reset. I do wonder if we will come down a little lower. Maybe we'll come up and sweep these highs or that high and then come down lower so that we can get our trend fusion pushed down lower and our momentum oscillator pushed lower. That way we can get some lower lows or pretty equal lows on our momentum and on our Prime Oscillator Pro. Check out Chart Prime, link in the description down below, 45% off your first month. But possibly creating a hidden bullish divergence. And then we also have, let me do this a little less clownish. Let's do this a little more professionally, all right? Let's draw out some trend lines here. And then we have another one here. And then I could see us forming a nice, beautiful, symmetrical triangle. We may not come back down here. It's possible we don't come back down there. And that we just get this move to the downside, create that hidden bullish divergence, and then get a bounce that gets us out of here. So, and then that brings us up to that 1.618 possibly at about 105K. I still have 102 on my macro fib, so I'm definitely watching the 102 as well. But if we pull from this high to this low, that is our 1.618 right there at $105,000. So I'm still expecting around that much. Let's see if we can, so for a measured move on this one, because of this correction here, I will just pull from here. No, I want to do it from the start of the triangle. Lock your fibs. Lock your fibs. Lock them. Okay, so I really want to pull from the start of the triangle, which was up here, down to wherever the level is that's pushing down on the bottom end. So right there. And if we were to break out somewhere over here, yeah, that would get us past that 1.618. If I took the conservative breakout, that gets us to $102,500. Alrighty. Alrighty. So we're getting a little bit of confluence for that 102. So what could bring Bitcoin down? I mean, more sellers than buyers. Typically, that's typically how it goes. More sellers than buyers. So just be on the lookout for that potential move to the downside. Outside of that, I will be looking for this to maybe be the triangle and for us to have already bottomed. Main thing is wanting to get above these highs here and then back test and then move to the upside. So yeah, that is what I would be looking for on Bitcoin for a bullish sense of the market. A bearish move, of course, this is still bullish. If we come down here, that is still my, that's kind of like my line in the sand for this move. I want to see a bounce off of this area if we were to come down this low. So essentially, I'm not bearish unless we break down, we break below this point of control, this value area, these lows. The main one is going to be this low right here. If it comes down here, we still have a chance to get sucked back up into the range and consolidate and then move higher. But if we break down and we get down to this low at, this is per the Blowfin perp chart, $85,090. If we break that, then I don't know how much longer the current part of the cycle, the current bullish part of the cycle will last. Just being open and honest with you guys. However, I mean, A, B, C. I mean, it'd be a pretty extended C. Let me see what you're seeing. Let me see what you're seeing. I want to see. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, possibly. So, but if we break that low, our odds of correcting even lower increase dramatically. Now, just because it could possibly, I'm not saying it is, possibly be over, or at least temporarily over for Bitcoin, that doesn't mean our altcoins can't run. Our altcoins can definitely still run. What are you guys over here saying in the chat? You sleepy, Wick 589? Oh no, how will I ever sleep? Wait, why? Why? I've been doing late nights working a lot lately, so good to find this after dark stream with my friends. Andy Lee, so good to see you here. I'm so happy to have you here. With your friends? Are your friends watching me? Hi, Andy Lee's friends. I'm mad. I'll have to say, it's been nice. I get more work done with the peace and quiet. Same here. Fun fact. If you look at my cumulative P&L since I moved into my new space, I've probably had like the best percentage gains of the year in my trading. Maybe because I'm not sitting and staring at the charts all the time and I can just come to the charts. I've also been doing a lot more swing trading, so that probably helps a lot since, you know, it's kind of difficult to day trade when you got a day job. So, but yeah, so I've just been doing low leverage and letting things run, and then once they hit targets, I just take profit. Like it's actually been pretty good, pretty easy peasy. LBC, I'm slacking on the Elliott waves. That's all right, all set. That's all right. That's awesome. Congrats. Oh, on the P&L and all that stuff. Yeah, thank you. Let's see. HBAR prediction. Will there be a pullback? Well, of course there will. The question is, when? And will it be the last one? Or is it just a pullback for continuation? Let's go ahead and get into the title, crypto, the one in the thumbnail, HBAR, because it's been popping off and I want to take a look at it. I haven't looked at HBAR in like a couple of days or hours, really. Let's see. Lock yo friggin' fibs. I'm drained at work. I put all my mining machines in passive set and forget mode. If it wasn't for these streams, I wouldn't even know what crypto prices were. That's probably not the worst thing. HBAR is making my karate kick. Boy. Okay, crypto cash. I'll just step back from day trading and focus on some DCA and some spot buys for longer term swing trades. Yeah. So HBAR, what is going on with you, my friend? So it looks like we've got some interesting coins popping off right around the same time. We've got Algo, XRP, XLM, HBAR. I'm pretty sure there's probably some other ones in there. ISO 20022 coins. They're doing something. I'm pretty sure HBAR is ISO 20022. I don't know. I could be making that up, but HBAR, look at you. My God, you look just like the XRP chart, if not exactly like the XRP chart. So, all right. So on the weekly chart, we are getting a little bit overheated, and we are at the macro golden pocket. So that is definitely going to be a strong area of resistance that we will want to see HBAR close above on the weekly time frame if we are to see continuation. If instead it halts here and it stalls and it starts pulling back a good bit, I would be expecting a bigger pullback for HBAR. Pullback level that probably wouldn't surprise me, even though it would be a decent sized pullback, but would be back down to this level because we can see it was. Let me make sure you guys can see that. And let's get rid of the oscillators for now. Let me move the chat so I can actually see. All right. There we go. Agreed. I noticed the groupings are moving together. Yeah, they are. That's how they usually do. Shouldn't have locked you. Shouldn't have left you. Left you without a dope beat to step to. step two, step two. Anyway, all right. So yeah, so we can see that back here, back in 2021, we broke through that level. Actually, first, when we came up to it, we pulled back for a week, and then it went and took off. And then once it, hit resistance up here, people started taking profit, came back down, back to that level, and then pushed back off of it, and then came back down to it. Now we did get a little bit of a higher bounce here. So let's go ahead and throw up a horizontal ray on these lows. Oh, didn't quite get there. Did not quite get there. But that's okay. Since we came down and tapped and already did some liquidity grabbing down in here, it made it a lot easier when we came back into that area for us to fall through it. But then we got this consolidation down at the lows, and that area was our first area of major resistance. Got a big pullback back down to the value area low, and then ever since it has absolutely launched. Absolutely launched. RWAs are looking to move again. Yeah, man, those real world assets. The uncle I was telling you guys about, I've been texting him about these coins, and I texted him today about HBAR right here. I texted him right here. I told him, I was like, if you're looking at XRP, maybe you should also take a look at HBAR and XLM and something else. And Link. Take a look at Link because of Swift. Also forgot that video that he sent me, that the guy was saying that XRP was going to $10,000, and I told him that's bogus. In that video, it also said that XRP was partnered with Swift, or was going to partner with Swift, and I was like, hey, this stuff is from, that article's from 2021. It's from 2021. Link is partnered with them, so check them out too. So check out Link. Oh man, all right, so HBAR on the 1 hour could not get an hourly close above the 0.65, above the golden pocket up here, and is getting a little bit of a pullback right now, but it is getting a pullback into a fair value gap. So it might just be short term. Maybe it'll chop just a little bit before it continues higher. That's what I would prefer to see. But even if it doesn't do that, I mean, a pullback after a move like this isn't the end of the world. Like, pullbacks are going to happen, especially in bull runs, and a lot of them, especially with the alts, they're going to be big. All right, so just be prepared. If you are new to the space at all, you're going to get pullbacks. Do not financial advice. Watch us or ask questions, what have you. Someone will gladly pull up a chart and look at whatever you're looking at, as long as it's not, a scam that we can identify as such. We would gladly take a look at it and let you know, or give you our thoughts on whether or not, one, if it's even a good project, or two, what it's looking like to us in the charts. Is it a major pullback, or is it a standard pullback? So looking here on HBAR, I can see we were in this ascending channel and we broke bullishly out of it. So I would be looking for a potential back test of that channel, maybe coming into the halfway point of this wick, or maybe not even that far down, honestly. Let's go to a lower time frame so I can see some more structure in here. Let's see. I'm not sure if this was probably already, no, it hasn't broken. Not if we take those first two lows. I don't know if I count that. Let's go ahead and draw another one on here, another trend line. Match up all these lows. So we did break this extended level here, so could be starting a pullback here on HBAR. Whoops. But let's go ahead and zoom out to the 4-hour and let's take a look at our oscillators. We are putting in a bearish divergence. However, our money flow is super thick. Momentum is riding high. I mean, really high. Volume is good, solid. I mean, as of right now, I wouldn't really be expecting too big of a pullback. If I take away that line there, let's go back to the 1-hour so we can have more defined lows here. But I would just be watching this trend line right here. I would draw this trend line, and I'm going to go ahead and do it myself. I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to go to add alert on trend line, and I want it to alert me when it's crossing or touching. When it touches the trend line, I want it to alert me. That way I can see what's going on in that moment. If it does come down to it and touch it, what's going on in that moment? Are we getting some bullish divergences potentially forming so that I can look to enter into a trade? So maybe we get a pullback, maybe it's more of like an ABC or something, ABC down to that 50% level, which was also, we had some consolidation here and then the push up. So we also kind of broke out of that level, and that is sitting right there at the macro 0.5 at 30.5 cents, essentially 0.3058. So that is definitely one that I would be watching right there, that level. Watch for that level, and then I'd probably go ahead and set a trade. Look for that 786 for the next potential push to the upside. That would be a 48% move. Probably make that a little bit tighter of a stop loss, but really what I would do, so we're on the 1-hour, so what I would do is I would probably go down to the 15-minute, maybe the 5, likely the 15 though, and then I would just look for some kind of shift in market structure if we came down here. So let's say we come down here, we create this high here. I would be wanting to see a push up, break that high, pull back down, back to that trend line possibly. And then from there, since we broke this high and we're getting a pullback on a higher high, and if our oscillators have also pushed down pretty hard here, come up, and then held on our momentum, creating a bullish divergence right there, creating that bullish divergence. If I get that and I get that push above and the pullback, I am definitely going to fire off along from there, not financial advice, and then ride that one to the upside. So HBAR is looking good, but it could be having a little bit of a cool down really quick like. Let's go ahead and check out the other one in the title, XRP USDT. Let's check out Binance. Before we do that, let's go ahead and go back to the chat and see what people are saying. Anything. Hoping for a breakout at the moment. Eyes glued on XLM right now. How's XLM doing? We can take a look at that right after XRP. We'll get into the sister coin, or the bastard son, the Jed McCaleb coin, XLM. But yeah, it looks like we're actually XRP might be showing some weakness here, or it could just be consolidating. This is on the 1-hour. Let's go down to the 5-minute, see what it's doing up in here, up in this. So when I came on here, I was talking about bull flag. Another one, another bull flag. Are we bull flagging again? I do like the bull flags. I do like the bull flags. So it looks like it's coiling up, coming to a head, and might be getting ready for another pop. Are we getting any kind of, this is the 5 minute, so, but let's see, are we getting any kind of bullish divergences in here? A little bit of a hidden bullish divergence here. Let me make this yellow, bright, make that bigger so we can see that. Maybe can't really see that, but putting in higher lows potentially, and then having our oscillator potentially coming down and putting in a lower low, but the momentum oscillator is not doing the same. However, as long as the momentum stays elevated, I don't necessarily need to see a divergence, but it just helps. Seeing a divergence definitely helps. We're getting a little bit of a push right now, but let's go ahead and zoom out on this triangle here. This is on the 15-minute. If this is to break bullishly, then I would be looking for this flag and then put that right here wherever we broke out from. More on symmetrical triangles, I tend to go with the oh my goodness, what's it called? Why can't I think of it? What is it called? What is, this is bugging me. What is the center line of a symmetrical triangle in trading called? Median line or symmetry axis. That is not at all what I was looking for at all. Why can I think? What is it called? Let's ride the wave. Mixed signals on XRP, most likely ranging. Yep. I mean, typically when you get mixed signals on any asset, it is most likely just going to be ranging, probably trying to wipe some liquidity out on both sides of the market. But the thing is, we looked at the open interest and it wasn't really looking too crazy. So, and the perp volume wasn't looking too crazy either. And it looks like it was it's mostly been spot driving this move to the upside. So, I don't know. But if we were to get a break, I mean, man, what is it called? Anybody, does anybody know in the chat, please? Why can't I think of this? That's not right. Any other names? Any other possible names? Any other possible names? Midpoint line, balance line, central axis, median axis, equilibrium line. It's not what it's called. None of those are it. Let's try some more. I use the apex. Apex. Thank you. The apex, which is actually not the center line, it is actually where the two points diverge on the symmetrical triangle, where they diverge. So we want to draw this out, right? Draw this out, and I am taking out this wick because we have these three highs here. Okay, so I will slice through a wick any day of the week. I don't care what anybody says. I will do it. I'll do it. Don't test me. I'll do it. So we want to take the apex predator, and then that is where, if we were to get a breakout of the symmetrical triangle, I would want to see us retest that apex at $2.74, and then with a measured move target of $3.45. Now, let's go to the Bitstamp chart. Can somebody, all set, or Andy Lee, or anybody in the chat, can y'all look at any alts that were mentioned in the chat? Any take on OP, Senor David? Bit innuendo. Thank you for calling me Senor David. It's been a while, but yeah. But yeah, can you guys gather, can someone gather the altcoins that have been listed in the chat so I can go over them before we get out of here? And if you do that, I do much appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I love you. All time. All time. Reminder to hit that like button. Yes, thank you, Andy Lee. Any take on OP? So OP will there was one that I do remember that was mentioned was Quant. So you don't have to put that one down in there. Quant. That was, I think that was the first one mentioned. So we'll take a look at Quant. We'll go to the, was it on Coinbase before Binance? Quant's another one of those that the XRP community was big into. A lot of the coins that the XRP community were big into are popping off, and I'll be watching them. And you know what? Instead of like doing some crazy TA, I just kind of on like these cryptos, I kind of just want to go over some of these, okay? So we've got Quant. Quant is one of those that might be popping off soon. I mean, it's already been kind of popping off, but man, if it starts clearing these highs, I would definitely be looking into Quant. Quant was a wrecking ball last cycle, and it's been doing some beautiful consolidating, and it's getting a pop out. I do love me some Quant. Do love me some Quant. No, I think OC guy loves Quant too. I'm pretty sure about that. Oh, where'd my chat go? I need my chat. There we go. I don't see another call outs. I see it, but I see some, I think, so I've got Quant, XLM, and OP for sure. And I have some other coins that I can look at too. But yeah, so Quant's definitely looking like, I mean, if it breaks these highs, I mean, I think the next stop is that 0.5 sitting at $234 for Quant. Not gonna lie. All right, so, and those highs are at 153.83. So HBAR, yeah, I went over HBAR. Yeah, we got XLM. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at on Quant. Definitely something I'm probably going to be checking out myself, because I love the Quant. Good God Almighty. All right. Okay. All right. Do your thing, XLM. And the only reason XLM is pumping is because XRP is pumping. Nobody talks about XLM. Most people don't even know what it is, where it comes from. It's essentially, it's not exactly a copy of XRP, but it's essentially the XRP code, because Jed McCaleb, the creator of XLM, was a co-creator of XRP. So, and I think they had some differences in the way they wanted Ripple, the way they wanted to do things, and so they kind of had a falling out. And then Jed went and created XLM, and then here we are. But the thing is, because it has those ties to XRP, the XRP community is all up in XLM. So it's pretty funny. It's actually pretty funny. XLM trying to come out and take out its all-time high as well. It's getting very close. Has not yet taken out to 2021 all-time high. XRP has. And its 2017 all-time high is 93 cents. So not even a dollar, but 93 cents. So something, I saw someone post something about, oh, what was it? Something about, I'm not gonna remember. Something about XLM, no, XRP, nah, it doesn't matter. Go LXM, look at that, all set. Yeah, maybe some Pro if you wouldn't mind. Oh, Pro is another one. Pro's another XRP community coin. Proppy. Man, you're just naming off all of them. Proppy is one. I'll do another one next that I'm thinking of in my mind. And then we'll look at OP, and then we'll get out of here. And we'll wrap it up and get out of here. Man, this hour flies by quick. All right. Proppy. This is another one that I told my uncle to watch. Basically, because of what XRP was doing, I basically told my uncle to watch everything that I was watching 2-3 years ago, with being part of the XRP community. Proppy's not looking too bad. Let's go ahead and pull our fixed range volume profile over a little bit. Let's not do Coinbase because I know it was on other exchanges well before it was on Coinbase. This goes back to, yeah, this is only 2022. So let's do Gate.io. 24? Really? Gate.io listed it that late? Bitrue should have some history on it. All right, there we go. Bitrue, an XRP exchange where you can probably find XRP memes. If not there, Sologenic. Look, check out Sologenic Exchange. If you're looking into XRP memes, I do not condone it, and I do not care, or I'd rather see you not get into memes. But if you're going to go into XRP memes, because I know a lot of you degens will do it, I know where to look for them. Sologenic and Bitrue, which are two XRP based exchanges. So, meaning they have XRP pairs, so you can actually type in like Bitcoin XRP instead of XRP to Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin to XRP, or XLM to XRP, or ADA to XRP. You know, they're paired to XRP instead of being paired to Bitcoin or being paired to the US dollar. Just like you do with, like on Radium, it's Solana pairs, you know. They're all their own little ecosystems, their own exchange stuff. No, we mine spec coins. Jasmine, if you have time, I think I'm running out of time, homie. But yeah, Proppy is another one I'm definitely looking at. That is looking pretty freaking gnarly. Let's pull this back a little bit. We did create, well, we didn't, 3-day maybe? Nope, did not get a close above that high. Man, I don't know, this one's tough. I feel like this thing could just freaking send. Let's see. When we were creeping up over here, and putting in a reversal signal at the same time, we were also pretty heavy in the green on our money flow and our power bars. Whereas we're pretty red right now on our money flow. I definitely would be looking for, man, maybe a slight move up and then a pullback, consolidate, and then go. I could see that. Or just more consolidation here and then go. Yeah. I just need to see this money flow start to flip back to the upside. Now I am on the 3-day. Let's go to the daily. We can see that yeah, we got a nice little push up, but we're still in the red and on that 0 line. And our trend fusion is kind of trending downwards, but it did get a little pop up, so we can see if that will continue and if that momentum can continue to push. Like I said, I could see, you know, another move up to this level here, maybe consolidate, cool off, but get flow flipped back up to green and then go. So definitely would be watching Proppy. And honestly, for where it's at and where it could be going, it probably would not be a bad spot buy right here. In my opinion, not financial advice, but probably might be a good spot buy. So consolidating on top of that value area high, if we take the whole, all of it consolidating on top of that value area high. So yeah, it might not be a bad time to get into some proppy. I can pull a trend-based fib. Let's go from this low to this high down to this low. And that 1.618 sitting at $27. That move from current price would be a 16x, roughly 16 to 17x. So there we go. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, we're getting a little bit bigger in the red here on the 3-day than we did right here that proceeded to this big move. And then a little bit bigger red here, so maybe we can get a nice big push up, and that would help launch Proppy to the stratosphere. I still think we have plenty of time to make some money. All right? All right. Agreed. I think it's in consolidation just before the pop back up to 2. Yep, we're at $1.48 right now, up to $2 psychological level, of course. But the high over here is sitting at like 386, 350, no, wait, 379, yeah, 379. So $2, I think, is kind of low. I'd probably be looking at this one to push higher than just $2. Here's another one. XRP community, XDC. Let's see how this one's doing. I have not looked at this one in quite some time. Good God almighty. Another one. Another one. XDC popping off. Look at that. Let's go ahead and draw the trend line. Look at that. Stopped right at it and then broke through and going ham. So XDC is definitely another one I would be looking to look at because it's part of that same community that's going absolutely nuts right now. XLM, yeah, we've been looking at XLM. Stellar Network will be huge. Maybe. I'm a little conservative, so I get giddy surprised when it reclaims its all-time high. Yep. Anyone here hold an XRP Army badge? What are they good for? I was in the community. I don't even know what that is. What do you mean an XRP Army badge? I don't know what that is. Anything else? What are the futures doing? What are we doing overnight? Let's drop down to that 15-minute. I was watching. These were going to be our support levels if we came back to them. What am I on that? 15. So this, what is, oh wait, that's last week. So we are up here. Looking to hold that level. We did. So Man, the S&P 500 still continuing to push to the upside. Is this thing not even... Is it not open right now? Is it because it's after 11? Is that why? My time? Is it after midnight? Does it stop after midnight? Why are the E-mini futures? Looks like the Nasdaq's moving. No? What the heck? 5 minute. I'm not getting a countdown over here. Is this price moving? If I go to something else, is it going to give me the countdown? Yes. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with that. ENQ, nothing. The Dow Mini, nothing. Dow Mini fell through. Pretty sure I was talking about how I was bearish on the Dow last night. I think it was forming some type of... Oh yeah, it formed a double top on the hourly. Go to the hour. Double top. Playing out pretty nice, but this low is holding. So I'll be watching that low right there. Money flows starting to come down. Do have this big gap here that we could come down and get into at 44.5289. Possible. I want to know why. Okay, so the prices are changing, but it doesn't give me a... Oh, am I on it? I'm not on. Why does it do... It automatically goes to regular trading hours. I need electronic trading hours. Thank you. Okay. Now, all right, let's go back to the ES. Okay. So I was talking about, yeah, now I remember. So I was talking about these equal lows last night and how I would be watching for that to be a level to be swept. However, when I zoomed out, I did see if we could break above this high and hold, that we could just continue higher. But we did break this trend line too. Okay, I'm remembering. We did break this trend line too. If I draw this one across here, come on down. There we go. Kind of forming a little bit of a megaphone pattern. White. Little bit of a megaphone pattern. Tends to be bearish again, so we'll see. It's an NFT. Got it through uphold. I'm a little conservative. Time to short HBAR and wait to buy back. Maybe go back and look. XLM can process transactions for 0.01 compared to $1 what they charge now. Who's charging $1? I just saw a transaction the other day. It was like 0.005 of an XRP. It's like every transaction. Most transactions, I don't know. Still pretty cheap. Here's the thing, like everybody keeps talking about like, oh, it's old tech, it's bad tech, and blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, brother, what can the new tech do? What can it do? So XRP sends and settles in 3 seconds. And settles in 3 seconds. Okay? Oh, this new thing just came out. It can send and settle this many transactions in 2 seconds or in 1 second. Ooh. It's so much faster than my 3 seconds. And think about how long Ripple has already been. Look, are you trying to make money? I mean, or are you not? Are you trying? If you're a Bitcoin maxi, do you want to make more money? You got people, Bitcoin maxis, that talk trash about XRP, like MM Crypto out there, still sharing trades where he's made a couple million or more, if not 20 million or some ridiculous freaking amount trading XRP. So, but you've got to understand why that these things might be moving in these directions. And at least the narrative is, hey, Ripple's been building this stuff out with banks, with corporations, and you know, businesses, not just banks, but with businesses too, and getting them to talk to each other. And they've been building this out for, you know, nearly a decade. So if not a decade, 2014 probably, I think. So who's got the network? Who's gone through the litigation? Who's gotten the hammer? Who's gotten a book thrown at them and then pretty much beat it? Not completely, but pretty much beat the SEC. I mean, they're the closest crypto with regulatory clarity. And hey man, they're looking for an ETF. I believe XRP will be the next crypto ETF. I said it months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, that I think XRP would be the next ETF while everybody else was talking about Solana. I was like, I don't think it's going to be Solana, dog. And I think it's going to be XRP, to be honest. Hey, how do I get the dino? What's the dino? XRP? Which one? BCH? Oh, the dinosaur? I don't know. Yeah, dinosaur is waking up like they say. Dinosaur tech, the best tech. Dinosaur tech is the best tech. Because it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. And they're probably more secure, if I had to guess. By the way, if you're new to XRP, you have to... So when you open an XRP wallet, which you have to have in order to hold XRP, it is a minimum 10 XRP fee to open a wallet and to hold that XRP as a reserve. It's 10. XRP is almost $3. That's $30 that you have to put in just to put into the wallet. They do it for security reasons, to basically help protect against bot attacks. RMT might be able to tell you more on that, but yeah. So I think they were looking at actually getting that lowered, because I tagged Joel Katz, who is the CTO at Ripple, in a post earlier today, and then I had a friend say, here you go, and let me take a look. Let's see. Yep, from Vet, let's see, we have XRP Ledger reserves just dropped. Activating an XRP account costs now 1 XRP, holding a token trust line of only 0.2 XRP. Excessive XRP is now freed up in your account that you can spend now. Whoa. They cut it down to 2? So when it was at 2, they cut it down to 10, meaning it was about $20 when it last cycle. Okay, when it was almost at $2, cut it down to 10. I remember this. Or when it was getting up to $2, they cut it down to 10. I wonder if they're cutting it down to 2 if they think it's going to 10. Something to think about. That's going to be it, guys. Let's go ahead and... Where's it at? There we go. Bring it in. Bring it in. All right, let's see what you beautiful people are saying. All right, when did they start that on Ledger? That has been ever since XRP existed. VeChain going crazy. It'll hit $1 easy, probably. There's a lot of stuff that is pumping, guys. A lot of stuff is going 2 to 3x within the next month or two, minimum. I never had that on my XRP. Where did you buy it? If it was on Coinbase, then maybe they might have a wallet, an exchange wallet, that they hold the reserves on. But if you are using any kind of XRP wallet or non-exchange wallet, you definitely have to reserve XRP. However, it's dropped down to 2 XRP now. So there's that. If I have Coinbase, does that suffice for the XRP wallet? If you have Coinbase, if just the exchange, no. We do not leave our crypto on exchange. The only time we put our crypto on the exchange is to sell. Buy from the exchange, put on a wallet, hold, wait for a later date, put it back on the exchange when it's time, and or pre-sale, put it on, sell. There you go. The reason being, exchange wallets are a lot easier. I mean, the security is really good at Coinbase. I will give them that. However, central point of attack. Coinbase is an exchange. This is just like any exchange, unless it's a decentralized exchange. Even then, that's still iffy. The best thing is just to have another wallet, which, since I was in the XRP community, I do know of some good wallets. The Zaman wallet, XA, you can't see that, can you? XAMAN, Zaman wallet. Bifrost wallet is also a good one. Bifrost has Songbird. Solo Dex, right there, Solo Dex. That's a good wallet as well for your XRP. But that Zaman, that's where it, like, this is the XRP ledger. Like, that's the XRP ledger. That Zaman right there. It's just, I think it's directly interlinked. I have $22 new to this HBAR or XRP. Only $22. I don't know, man. Catch 22. It's for self-custody. Wait, last time I did XRP, it was 10 coins to establish a wallet address account, and those get locked for the account establishment and can't be spent. Correct. And now it's dropped down to 2, and it can be spent? I don't know. Anyways, I got to get out of here, guys. I've already gone 20 minutes over. I might just start going for an hour and a half. We'll see. Neither. Wait for dip. Thank you, Caffeinated Crypto. I can't even say wait for a dip. Just wait for a dip. Wait for a dip. There's something that was about to pop, but XLM. Maybe XLM. I don't know. Save it for a rainy day. Yeah. Can I put multiple coins on the Zaman wallet, or is it just XRP? No, it does hold multiple coins. It's I wonder if I can even get into it now that yeah, because I just got a new phone. So, try again later. Wipe Zaman and import your accounts with their secrets again. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get rid of it. It's fine. So yeah, I really like Zaman. It's an interledger, so it operates. It directly connects to, I think, Gate. It's not Gate.io. GitHub? Maybe GitHub? And it's directly linked to other decentralized exchanges that you can just hop on, and it's a DeFi wallet essentially, but it's an XRP based wallet. But it does hold other cryptos on there. Like you can hold Bitcoin and Ethereum and other stuff on there. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, nice, perfect timing. Do you have the link for the XRP wallet? The link, I do not, but it's in the App Store. Zoom it. Oh, let me just type it in the chat. Zaman. Zaman. And Sologenic wallet too, guys. I would definitely check that one out. The Solo Dex. Oops. You can actually, inside the Solo Dex, you can actually see, look, we could have, I need to bring it up on the desktop, but you know, you have Solo XRP, Solo USDC. Solo created their own token, exchange token. Core USDC. Core is something else that I was into. I was getting airdropped Core before it pumped out of nowhere during the bear market. Um, yeah, Gate Hub. That's what it's called. Gate Hub. So look at this. You got XRP / Atom Bridge. I mean, you got all kinds of stuff on here. So it's pretty cool decks. It's XRP and Solo. And you can also hold XRP NFTs on the Sologenic wallet. I'm not sure if you can in the Zaman wallet or not. I don't have to take a look. But anyways, just remember, Tuesday is usually down Tuesday. We'll see. All right, guys. That is definitely Ada will pop. Okay, I gotta stop reading. All right, I gotta stop reading, you guys. I love you so much, but I gotta get off of here. All right. Thank you all for joining me. Had an amazing time tonight because I got to speak about something that I actually know a little bit about because I was part of the community for like 2 years. Um, and but they've probably gone way further than me in it. But you know, kept hearing the same narratives over and over and over again, and I was just like, look, when it pops, it pops. Like I don't have to listen to you guys talk about the same thing over and over and over again. We're just waiting for the right time. And it seems like that time is now. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to check out Good Morning Crypto tomorrow morning. Hopefully, BC Port Corp will be back from vacation. And I know he's back from vacation, but hopefully he's gotten all rested up and he'll be ready for the show in the morning. But check that out and then stick right there. A couple hours later, we got the morning market report with the Army Piper and the OC guy. Hopefully, if I didn't even see if anybody was on the show today because I came in at the very end. But OC guy was pretty swamped last week because of Black Friday stuff with Chart Prime. So hopefully we'll get to see him back tomorrow if he wasn't already back today. And then we have Trade Intuition, Trader Joe, T.I. Joe as I like to call him, Trade Academy, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have the Crypto Nightcap at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with TRADEFLY, my guy, and FD White. Also, those two guys, TRADEFLY and FD White, will be on Billy Goat Tales tomorrow night. So make sure you check that out. Go to X at Billy Goat Tales and join the space tomorrow with my friends, TRADEFLY and FD White. And then I'll see you right back here tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's going to be all she wrote. Hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. Peace out. RS Miller, if you're still there, it is a St. Louis Cardinals cap. Mad love.